She texted the wrong person. I'm out of his league. Tell him I'm working late. Again. I didn't argue. I packed, left the keys on the counter, and sent the screenshots to her father. By the end of the week, her locks were changed. The lies collapsed, and a judge had words for both of us. Here's how it all unraveled. If you've ever been underestimated by someone who thought you wouldn't notice or wouldn't fight back, hit subscribe. Drop a comment if you believe the truth is the cleanest revenge, and let's dive in. I'm Liam Park, 28, IT support specialist. For 3 years, I was with Ava Mercer, 26. 8 months ago, we moved into one of her dad's rentals in Riverton, Washington. I helped renovate it. New drywall, floors, built-ins. So Gerald Mercer, her father, gave us a great deal on rent. Old school man, single dad. I respected him. Last Tuesday at work, my phone buzzed. A message from Ava, but it wasn't meant for me. Brandon's picking me up at 7. Tell Liam I'm working late again, LOL. I'm out of his league anyway. He should have seen this coming. At least he fixed up Dad's place nice before I dump him. My hands went numb. I took screenshots. 3 gray dots popped up, disappeared, popped up again. Then, oh my God, babe, that was for Jess. We're planning a surprise party. I was joking about her boyfriend. You know I love you. I couldn't type back. I stared at my monitor until the words turned to static. The excuse, working late, hit different because it had become a Tuesday/Thursday ritual. She always came home freshly showered. The office gym had finally fixed the hot water. I left early, went straight home, opened the closet and started packing. I took what was mine, clothes, my PC and monitors, the cookware I'd bought. I left the furniture I built for her. The floating shelves I just spent 6 hours installing, still on the wall like a punchline. While folding a jacket that wasn't mine, a receipt fell out. Hotel parking from last Thursday, the same night she'd been at a work dinner. I photographed it, slid it back, and went to the filing cabinet for my birth certificate. Ava's journal was wedged sideways. I know I shouldn't have looked. I did. Brandon makes me feel alive. Liam is sweet, but so boring. Once Dad's place is fully renovated, I'm done. Maybe another month, I photographed those pages too. By 6 p.m., everything I owned was in my car. I put the keys on the counter with a note. You're right. I should have seen this coming. Then I did something that felt nuclear. I texted Gerald. Sorry to bother you. I'm moving out of the rental. Ava can explain why. Thought you should see these. I attached the screenshots and the journal photos. His reply took 30 seconds. Stay where you are. I drove to my buddy Noah Patel's place. On the way, my phone exploded. 47 missed calls from Ava. A stream of texts that swung from sugar to venom. Baby, please let me explain. You had no right to text my dad. It was a joke, Liam, please. You're really throwing away 3 years over a misunderstanding? That night, Gerald called. His voice was steady, tired. Do you have somewhere to stay? Yes, sir. I'll handle your deposit. I'm sorry, son. You deserved better. You'd think that would be the end. It wasn't. Update. 2 days later. Old school didn't mean loud. It meant decisive. Gerald changed the locks. Ava came home from a work meeting. Sure, Jan. And her key didn't work. He was waiting in his truck. He made her sit in the cab while he showed her my screenshots. Asked about the hotel receipt he found when packing her things. Told her she had 30 days to find somewhere else. You're not living under my roof while disrespecting someone who showed you nothing but dedication. She tried the "it was a joke" line. He said, so was my belief I raised you right. That's when she turned the spray on me. She demanded I text her dad that it was a misunderstanding. I didn't respond. She escalated. She showed up at my workplace with coffee and my favorite sandwich, acting like a doting partner. Posted on social. Some people can't take a joke and run to daddy instead of communicating like adults. She told mutuals I'd been controlling. She even started a group chat with my friends' girlfriends, claiming I isolated her from her support system. It almost worked until Jenna Ruiz, Noah's girlfriend, asked for specifics. Ava said I forced her to spend Thanksgiving with my family. Jenna gently replied, I was there. You begged to come because your dad was traveling. Meanwhile, I kept quiet. Work, apartment search, sleep. Gerald, however, started connecting dots. Being a landlord in a small city means you know people, including the hotel manager whose name was on that parking receipt. Turns out the manager owes Gerald a favor. He checked the system. Ava had been there 8 times in 2 months, always Tuesdays or Thursdays, always paid cash, always registered under B. Ellis. Brandon Ellis, the coworker Ava swore was just a friend. Gerald texted me, "Found who Brandon is." His wife might want to know about those meetings. I replied, "Not my business." He sent back, "You're right. It's mine now." Next week went wild. Gerald didn't go to Brandon's wife. He went to her father, Harold Whitman, his Saturday golf buddy, who also happens to be Brandon's boss's boss's boss. Over the 9th hole, Gerald said he was concerned about rumors. Harold said he'd look into it. Monday morning, Brandon arrived at work in a rusty Civic instead of a Tesla. Word spread. Ava sent me a voice memo through tears. I'd ruined her life. I was vindictive. A pathetic little man who can't handle rejection. Ma'am, you texted me that I should have seen it coming. On Tuesday, Ava emailed me an invoice. Emotional labor, $2,000. 3 years of relationship investment, $5,000. Interior design consultation, $1,500. Social reputation damage, $3,000. Total, $11,500. Pay up or I'm taking you to small claims. I laughed out loud, like full belly laughed. Noah thought I'd snapped. Then Ava called my mom pretending to be pregnant. My mother, a kindergarten teacher with a halo and a temper when pushed, phoned me in tears. I explained everything. By the end of the call, Mom taught me new definitions of throw pillow. Ava emailed my employer claiming I stole company time to stalk her and demanded compensation for the hostile work environment he created by existing in the same city as me. Thankfully, I'd briefed my boss. He forwarded the email with a single line, "You're good." I finally texted Ava, "All communication goes through lawyers now. Stop contacting me, my family, and my employer." Her response? She filed for a restraining order, claiming I was harassing her but through her father. Hearing day. I showed up with a binder. Every text she sent, voicemails, the clownish invoice, the judge actually snorted. Building security footage of her showing up uninvited, the email to my boss, witness statements from mom, my manager, and friends. Ava walked in with Brandon, who got handed divorce papers in the lobby. His face, let's say it drained of optimism. The judge denied her restraining order and granted me a temporary no-contact order. She had to stay 500 feet from me, my home, and my job. As we left, Ava shouted across the lot, "You're nothing without me! I made you!" The apartment looked like trash before I moved in. Gerald, standing as my witness, walked over and said loud enough for everyone, "The apartment was gutted. Liam renovated it. I have the before photos. You contributed throw pillows." About those 30 days, Ava planned to play tenant rights chess and drag out an eviction. Except she wasn't on the lease. The rental agreement was between Gerald and me. Ava was only an authorized occupant at my discretion, and I'd removed that in writing when I left. Legally, she was now trespassing. When the sheriff arrived with Gerald, she had to pack under supervision. Movers took her things to storage. She'd have to pay to retrieve them. The meltdown was dramatic. She claimed a medical emergency. EMTs cleared her. She alleged I'd hidden jewelry. Officers searched. Nothing existed. At the door, she played a final card. "I'm pregnant. Congratulations, Dad. Brandon's going to be a father." Silence. The timeline made it unmistakably not mine, and she'd announced it in front of officers, EMTs, and her father. Brandon's divorce lawyer was going to have a feast. Final update, a month later. Brandon's wife didn't just divorce him, she went scorched earth. Accounts frozen. He was out of their house. Title in her name. Her father ended Brandon's cozy position. Small city, long memory. Ava tried to pivot on social. New chapter, self-love. But Riverton is tiny. The hotel manager's wife is in my mom's book club. The EMT coaches my nephew's soccer team. Word travels. Last I heard, Ava moved in with a friend and was hunting for work. Being the woman who invoiced her ex for emotional labor is not a resume booster. Gerald and I still talk. He helped me find another apartment, also his property across town, and gave me an even better deal. I tried to pay full rent. He said, "You poured sweat and blood into the other place. Consider it paid forward." Then he said something I won't forget. "I didn't go hard because of the cheating alone. I went hard because you handled it with dignity. No revenge post, no screaming match. You quietly left and let the truth do its job. That's character, son. Somewhere I failed as a father, but at least I can recognize a good man when I see one. As for me, therapy helped. A humane boss helped. Mom referring to Ava only as that throw pillow girl helped more than I'll admit. I started dating again. Matched with Zoe Tran, own place, own car, calls her ex a learning experience, rather than my soulmate who doesn't know it yet. The bar's low, but she clears it. We're taking it slow. She laughed when I said I can renovate anything except a couch full of cushions. Good, she said. Throw pillows are obstacles between me and naps. I think I'll be okay. And yes, the screenshots are backed up. The invoice is framed in my hallway. A reminder that sometimes bullets dodge themselves when you just step aside. In the end, Ava's arrogance wrote the script, and the receipts wrote the ending. Gerald chose principles over blood. Brandon's double life collapsed where it mattered most, at home, at work, and in his reputation. And me? I walked away with my peace intact and a court-ordered silence to keep it that way. That's the best revenge I've ever known. Not fire, not fury, just truth and boundaries. And that's when it hit me. When people tell you who they are, believe them. When they accidentally text you who they are, screenshot it. Because dignity isn't quiet weakness. Sometimes it's the loudest answer in the room. Barab. So, what do you think? Was I too calm or exactly right? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tap. Like if you agree that screenshots are their own love language, and don't forget to subscribe for more true stories where justice doesn't scream, it lands.